2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Let's go!
Hey, you guys, it's Charlie. We got 406 joining us.
How's it going?
I'm hoping for Travis and them to get here pretty soon. I think they're wrapping things up. We're going to be going through a buttload. And when I say buttload, I mean buttload of cons that we can try and get through tonight. Or at least as much as we can. I have a total of like 7 gallons of dirt over there that I brought up to go through. We will be busting out the VDR cleanup sluice, and we'll be running that. I'm just taking a minute here, letting everybody jump over from 403 Prospectors channel there. We were live with them, hanging out while they were doing some panning and stuff. I did get a weight on that gold that we had gone through from Nugget Lake the last weekend I went out. And we got a total of 0.350 for 7 buckets of dirt.
Nice. Jacko, how's it going, man?
So I'm going to go through and say hello to everybody in chat here real quick. We got Jocko at the bottom there. Prospector Jason E. Miner. Hello.
Jason.
David Vila.
David, how's it going?
Gold Eagle Prospecting. What's up, Joe?
Joe.
And we had DB, Cass, Milwaukee Matt, and Jericho.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Which I got to give a shout out to Jericho. Thanks for setting up the live stream for me. I was still at work and stuff like that. Well, he got everything prepped up and ready for me. Hi, Mom. How you doing?
Hi, Mom.
My mom's
Hi, Charlie's mom.
The Bud Files. Hello.
What's going on, man?
But yeah, it's been a crazy week. Got really sick over the weekend. The wife got it now. Me and all the kids were sick last weekend, and now the wife's sick, and yeah, it's making its rounds through the house.
Great.
But yeah, I had a temp of 104.7 for like 2.5 days. Had to go get IVs to get myself cooled down and ice packs and all that other stuff. So yeah.
I'm gonna run a quick trip. Do you want anything?
Soda.
Brad, how's it going, man? Mary?
Brad, what's up? Good day. As they say down under. But I got to get this other camera hooked up and get the sluice set up and everything like that. I got the dirt and everything up here. I have all the water and everything set up. But I still can't taste anything though. It all still tastes like burnt marshmallow.
Burnt marshmallow.
Yeah, everything tastes like burnt marshmallow.
What?
Yeah. I hope it wasn't the Rona, but
Yeah.
let's get some gold. Joe, jump up here. Join us.
Yeah. Is this one monetized, Charlie?
I'm smoking a cigarette.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it.
I haven't been monetizing the live streams because there hasn't been enough viewer interaction.
Oh, okay.
We got 19 awesome people in chat already. That's
Nice.
awesome. T-Reps joined us too.
T-Rep.
Mary's here too.
Rawr.
I'm like looking through the tripod of the phone right now, getting the other camera set up. That's not the one I want. We got a knock, knock, knock on the back door.
Yes.
Right.
Remy. I was gonna say it's Travis or Remy.
There's the pan cam.
You still using that dustpan, Remy?
No, I have a La Trappe square pan.
Oh, well, that's it.
All right, let's get this over here. Get that set up like so.
Where's Travis? Still having a smoke break or something?
Safety meeting.
Oh.
Probably forgot
Something.
what he was doing. I forgot about it because my buddy Joe had just put up a video, so I was like, oh, I had to go check it out real quick.
Oh, hey, Mary. How's it going? Oh, now I got to go to the bathroom. Hear the sluice box. Now you got to go pee. Is that a piece of gold in that? Or is that just dirt on my phone? Oh, it's dirt on my phone. Never mind.
I was gonna say I haven't put anything on you guys.
Oh, well, there was a spark. There was something yellow, and I was like, "Oh, is that gold?" Nope, just sawdust. Yeah, but Mary, even if I go beforehand, soon as the sluice starts, it's like, oh, it's like running water, you know.
Someone say smoke sesh. Mr. Dutchy, I hope your jaw is feeling a little bit better. I take it that
Oh,
may
yeah.
have been teeth issues. If it is, I know how that feels, bro. It's like somebody park a dump truck on your head.
No, yeah. Sounds like Charlie's classifying.
I'm glad you're feeling better, bro.
Yeah.
So all too well.
I know it hurts, but once they're kind of gone and the pain dies down a little bit, it's just like, oh, they feel much better. Yeah.
I used to play hockey, bud. I tell you, I know how it feels when they start hurting and they get any sort of like canal pain, bud. Once you get down to the root,
Or they're
Try to get a
cracked.
bunch of this classified down real quick.
Oh yeah.
or they break off just underneath the edge of your gum line,
Oh.
that'll really start getting after you.
Or you get them cracked and then you bite wrong on them and
I've done that before, bud.
Oh.
I actually cracked a tooth by popcorn.
No, yeah, the notorious popcorn. Yeah.
I had a filling in one of those spots, and when I chewed on that piece of popcorn, it had a half piece of freaking kernel in it, and it cracked that right out and some of the tooth with it.
Oh yeah.
That hurt, bud. Like it was just like, oh, da, 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 you know, da.
Yeah.
Dude, catch you off guard.
Oh. Yeah, it'll be a little bit relearning how to chew.
It does suck, bro. I got one on the bottom, and then these ones that are up in the front, up on the sides. Dude, I love Doritos and stuff like that. I used to like hard shell tacos. I can't have any of that stuff now because the pieces like every now and then
jam up in there. Oh yeah,
up and get you, bud, and it does not feel good. Definitely, man. I feel bad for people that go through that, man. That hurts, dude.
Oh yeah. I gotta
run and grab another bucket of water. Apparently.
All right. I think I got 3 more I got to get probably pulled.
Yeah, I had mine done and I had a partial, and I left somebody in possession of my belongings when I went to go take care of parole time back before I got on all that crap. And when I was in parole, came back home, no partials. So it was like I couldn't afford to get another set. I was like, dude,
right.
I'm done. We're just gonna rock out and
How's it going, Roseanne? Jason, Dutchy, Cass.
I had the whistle issue with my partials. That was learning how to talk again with those in, and then when they came up missing, it was like trying to relearn how to talk all over again.
Over again, yeah.
Yeah, it was. You're going to, having this speech impediment with them, and then you learn that, and then you lose them, and now it's
right.
People are like, why are you always whistling when you're saying your S's and stuff, man?
Because I'm
I got a
cool.
hole in my teeth, bro. Natural whistles, man.
Because I'm cooler than you.
The old lady says, it's like hockey players are like, what? What'd you say? Hockey players were handsome, but then they smile and you're like, oh, shoot. Was that what you said? Something like that, bud. All good. At least old school hockey players, you know what I mean?
PA's in the house.
What's up, EA?
Yeah, what's going on?
Gold Eagle prospecting. Didn't join my live, Joe. What happened?
Come on, Joe, jump up.
Come on, Joel.
All right, so since
some teeth, bro. Since
Rock Butcher doesn't have his lantern, you got to light. Somebody's got to light theirs.
Oh, I can do it.
I don't like using mine. That was the first one I bought for a collection.
Oh.
So I do not have a lamp to torch to light right this second.
You got to bring the good luck.
He had 2 implants after he had got them knocked out by a wood lathe.
What?
Yeah, bro. That's some serious shit right there.
A chisel probably caught and came up and did the old Busterooski.
Blow up in the lathe.
Oh, yeah. There's a slap in the face, huh?
Ouch. I mean, you get a knot or something just right on that lathe.
There we go.
It's lit for you, Charlie.
He's got to go get some more water.
Oh, okay. No worries, Joe. I'm just bugging you, man. Happy wife. Happy life.
Excuse me.
That flute sounds like it's moving. Redheads have a hard time in winter. They sure do.
I was gonna read it out loud. That was funny. That's too funny. Did you light a candle?
Yeah. We got the mining light lit for you, Joe. That'll count.
Charlie, we got the light lit for you so you can find some gold, brother.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some stuff classified now.
Yeah, it's all good. It's lit for you.
8 by 8 by 4 foot long hardwood slab came out of the lathe and planted my mush. Was knocked out for 15 minutes with no teeth in my mouth. Well, 2 of them at least.
Oh, jeez.
How's it going,
That
Brad?
does not sound like it felt good at all, bro.
I bet you didn't feel a thing until he woke up.
How much wood could you chuck with 2 less teeth?
Wife.
Did you take a bite out of that darn thing like a savage, mate? Take 2 teeth with it.
Yeah, I agree with Cass, Brad. I think you lost that fight.
Hey. I don't think there's really a fight involved, man.
Yeah.
Lay down.
You can't kill him.
Bell rang and that was over. It was over.
Yeah, you hit the switch or whatever. Boom,
Yeah.
there it goes. Yep.
The bell didn't even stop ringing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the bells would have been ringing when you open your eyes after
Oh,
that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do some more panning. I think. Why not?
It's like one of those oh shit moments. As soon as it starts to happen, you're like, this is gonna hurt.
You're right.
Yeah, you're like slow-mo. You're like, this is gonna hurt, dude.
Yeah.
I effed up. That's crazy. I seen somebody machining something in a 6-axis CNC machine, and they had no, it wasn't a 6-axis. It was not a 6-axis. It was a CNC machine, but it was like a 4-axis, and they had a flywheel cutter head on it, like a pretty good size one on there. And the head actually, like the freaking collet, fell out of the mill itself when it was ripped, because it had something in the G code had messed up the RPM limit when it turned on, and it had adjusted. They didn't adjust the RPM limit, and when they started the program and it hit that one point where it switched collets, came back with the flywheel cutter, that speed hadn't been changed in the G code, so it started overspinning the RPM on that freaking tool, and it threw the collet and everything right out of it. Went through 2 walls in their warehouse.
Jesus.
And it stuck in the 3rd wall. It went through an office chair too. So 2 steel walls in the building and an office chair through the back of it. Yeah, buddy. That's enough to make you crap. I'm glad I've never had to have any of those pieces come off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it was about 3,000 RPM when it hit him. He said didn't even have time to think. It was spinning $3,000. Freaking hit him.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's a like blink of the eye, and all of a sudden you're picking yourself off the ground. Like, what the heck just happened, dude?
Yo.
Oh, that hurt. What's going on,
Yeah.
man? Yeah, I'm sure.
Wow, that is some dirty dirt there, 403.
Yeah, it is.
That sulfides.
All right.
Look at
That's
that.
as bad as
bud.
that stuff I've
Oh.
dug out of that mine.
That's some chocolate milk right there, bud. Rusted
That is
chocolate milk.
pretty tough.
I think the hardest I've been hit in the head, I did it to myself too, Brad.
There we go.
You got some action.
2 scoopies.
And that's what we do.
Wait. Somebody's been together for 55 years. Who's that? David. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah.
That's freaking dope.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
I thought 12 years with my wife was good.
There's a lot
Yeah.
people learn from people like that right there, bud. In today's day and age.
Yeah, 12 years with my wife is pretty good. It's been a long, long time.
Shirley, are you looking down on us?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Come on, Remy, bust out the old La Trappe.
Huh?
Bust out the La Trappe. Come on.
What La Trappe? This thing?
Yeah.
I didn't want to
The
take
dust-
up extra camera space. I don't know
The
how many
dustpan.
slots you got, Charlie.
I got the room.
You got another slot for that? All right, hang on. I'll plug in.
Remy,
I
another
just
way.
wasn't
for
trying
up
to.
10 people.
Right, I wasn't trying to take up a ton of room. That's all, guys.
Remy, another way to. Oh, hang on.
I'll set this tripod up real quick. And my logo reminded me to do something.
No, I could. Yeah.
Okay. Back door there.
I got a little.
Hey, Remy. Remy, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So, another way to add another cam without taking up space is just go down to the little gearbox on StreamYard.
A little what?
The little gear on
Yep.
StreamYard, where like it says settings, right?
Yeah, I'm in
And
it.
if you hit the camera, you can switch your cameras.
I can switch. Oh, I got a whole different setup. I don't have plugged in cameras on my unit, bud.
Oh,
So I'm able to
Oh,
use
okay.
two without having one plugged to my computer.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I got both mine plugged in, so
Where'd you go?
that's why. I
Oh,
can
all
switch
right.
back
You
and
got
forth.
the taupe over there. All right. I was like, oh, where?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got the cell phone on a tripod, and I'm on the laptop here. So
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
I have an 8-degree drop.
hey, man, you got to work the system sometimes.
Yeah, that's
How many degrees
how
you
I
got
get
down?
around.
David Bila was asking what degree drop do I have on it. It's an 8-degree drop.
Oh, 8?
Yep. That's why I can run the water so much higher, faster.
I got to get motivated. Give me a second here.
You gotta get motivated.
Got to get in the zone, bro. And I'm not talking auto zone. Yes, I live where it's legal, if anybody's wondering. I got more flakes of gold in that New Hampshire concentrate than I expected.
All right, well, we'll see you, Charlie's mom. Got a long day at work tomorrow. I don't know. I've never used one of those La Trappe pans. I'm a kind of a round pan guy.
Yeah, I hear you on that one, Stevie. But I think it's just muscle memory. I got to get used to it.
Started with an old steel pan, an old steel round pan, and stuck with a round pan ever since. Just muscle memory. Charlie, say goodbye. Good night to your mom.
My mom.
Yeah, that one. Remember that small hand?
Yeah, but we were
Yeah.
fishing around.
Yeah.
No. Probably still have somehow.
You Jamaica. Just that hand, that black one.
You seeing anything yet, Charlie?
Not yet.
That's okay.
But it could all be like sitting at the bottom of the bucket.
Oh yeah. Bottom of your bucket's always the best.
I purposely shake up my concentrate bucket before I leave places, just so I know the gold's way on the bottom of it.
Yeah, in case
for
it
real,
tips
dude.
over.
Yep, when I'm sluicing at home, I'm like, yeah, if it's looking good up top, I can be sure down bottom is looking good.
That's right.
Yeah. Wait till we get to the nitty gritty, man. That's where I'm at now with this New Hampshire stuff. We'll see what I found.
Oh, I hear the crack.
That's a Mountain Dew crack.
Oh, right.
It's that blue collar boy's drink, bud.
Are those yellow rocks in that drop riffle there, Charlie, or is it gold?
Right here.
No, down lower. Yeah, right there.
Those are just yellow rocks.
Oh, I love those yellow rocks. Not.
Yeah, they always get you.
I know.
Everything's dancing around like it should, so.
Yeah, cleanup sluice is a must. Man.
Saves a ton of time.
Oh, yeah. They do get a little spendy, you know, but you got to think of it in time saved.
Yeah. I just started. I haven't bought one yet. I'm going to have to buy one.
Yeah, but if you had to pick one of these up, you wouldn't have to wait 3 months for it to get shipped to you from Canada.
Why is that?
Because they're
Because
made in
that's where this came
Canucksville.
from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is made from Infinity Prospecting up in Canada.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, Travis is all hooked in then.
Yeah.
You'll have the quick shipping. I didn't have a little cleanup sluice till about a year in. It wasn't really a purchase I needed as a beginner, because really you should take like your first year, in my opinion, to run the pan and like learn how to
That's what I
find
did
gold
too.
and use a pan.
Yeah, that's why I'm still canning, because I'm not 100% confident yet, right? So
Yeah. I mean, after I learned how to pan and like the digging was on, you know what I mean? Now I could find gold, and whenever I went out, I was finding gold, and it was worth bringing the gold trap out and actually putting a good shovel full in there and keep running it. So I had a lot more cons to run through. When you start doing that to yourself, it's worth having the sluice box.
Oh yeah.
See, like before I even went out on the creek prospecting or anything like that, I went through pay dirts first. Because you would get a pay dirt with a guaranteed amount of gold in the bag.
Right.
Now, if you're not finding that guaranteed amount, do it again.
Yep.
Do it
Right.
again, do it again, do it again, do it again, over and over and over and over again, until every time you pan that dirt, you're getting that guaranteed amount.
Yep.
And then once you finally start doing that, then it's good enough for you to go out on the creek and actually start doing some prospecting.
Mhm.
But until then, practice your panning technique, get a pay dirt, get some gold, get it in a pan. You don't find that guaranteed amount, keep going through it until you do.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to add to that. I'm blessed to live in an area where there's good ground close to us. We don't have to go far. So I did my research online, found out where I could go, and then went and did my own footwork. And as long as I was on the rivers that these people were saying the gold has been found online, you know what I mean? As long as I'm in those areas where that internet told me, I know as long as I'm in the right area, there will be gold in my pan. Once I seen that first piece of gold, it was on. I knew how it acted in the pan versus other material, and now I had a verified knowledge of how gold acted. And then I was like hooked after that. Most other people, it's true. Get a pay dirt bag.
Yep.
And that's all I did is I ended up buying a pay dirt. I went through Tom's Gold to get my first pay dirt bag.
Get some tough stuff too. Don't be scared of the challenge. Get the tough stuff with a return on investment guarantee. Get the tough stuff, because that's like you're in boot camp. You know what I mean? You're in like gold miner boot camp. If you can train yourself with the hard stuff, it'll be easy with the other stuff.
Or you can go and look in your area online and look up like mining clubs.
Yep. There's mineral clubs and mining
clubs, and like ours, the one we belong to, is like free to join.
Lucky.
And gives you access to claims, and there's always people up there. They have group digs, and if you got questions, everybody's up there to help everybody.
Yeah.
If you're not sure about how to set up a sluice or how to pan, don't be afraid to ask somebody. You see somebody say, "Hey, I'm new to this," and even the club will go, "Oh, you're new. Do you, you need any help or this, that, the other thing?" There's tons of information. Just people in the clubs. It's great.
So there's one here in Vermont. It's like a gem and mineral club. They base off, mostly like gold panning trips. They go to mines and stuff and talk about geology. They have mineral trade shows that they put together where people can trade their minerals back and forth between club members. I'm trying to. I'll have to put a link up for that on my community tab if anybody is in the Vermont area watching. So
yeah,
that was cool. They do fossil hunting too with the kids. So they put up like trips to go to like slate quarries and stuff, and they start looking in the shale.
That's awesome.
Hey, Cass, a real easy way to check to see if it is mica is to pan it back and forth, and your gold will stay up at the top or at the bottom of your pan. Mica will flutter and move with the water and black sand. You'll
Fingernail
just see it
trick.
acts just a little different, and that's
If
a
it's
real
big
easy
enough,
way.
if it's big enough to put underneath your fingernail and you push down on it and it shatters or flakes, it is not gold. It is mica.
Yep.
Or it could be pyrite.
Yep. Or
Yep.
pyrite.
But if you take a jeweler's lamp, pyrite will look like a crystally structure, not like a blob of metal or
right.
like
Or depending on your location, it could also look cubed. Because like here in Wisconsin, we find pieces that are cubed.
Yes, they're cubed in structure. That's what the surface will look like with hey, look what he's got right there. Just be mindful there's a little something in there, bro. And
another way too is if you're out in the sunlight or have light on your pan as you're panning, take your hand and throw a shadow on it. Gold will always be bright and gold color. Mica will go dull.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If you change angle with gold under low light situations, it'll stay yellow.
Yep.
So mica's gold. Gold is yellow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, once you learn that yellow, you ain't ever gonna.
Mica is kind of a brassy color.
Yeah, it's got like a goldish brass color to it.
Yeah, that's it, for lack of a better word, brass. It looks more brass to me.
Leverite.
Yeah.
It's another form of leverite. Leverite in the pan or in the tailings.
No. Pyrite doesn't really rust because if you look on like my channel, I got a little short, or it's a video, but it's a real short one. It's called River of Gold, and you can just see the pyrite and the mica and all that where my buddy's high banker tailings are. It's just shiny and speckly of mica and pyrite.
Was that the little surprise there, Remy, in 1956 penny?
Little wheat penny I found.
Huh?
Little wheat penny we found while we were out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks. Yeah, this rock is.
It's not the preferred year, but it's definitely an oldie.
Yeah, I like it. Thanks, man. Man, all the garnets in here.
What size classifier are you using?
I am using 8-inch.
I was talking to 403.
A spaghetti strainer?
Spaghetti strainer, yeah.
You might have a couple pieces that won't make it through that, dude.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Always pan your bigs.
Yeah, I would definitely check the bigs.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, is a couple of those pieces in there surprised the shit out of me that I found them in Vermont. And I was like, dude, it made it out of the sluice spot. Like it was taller than Whiffle, and it just ran out of the box.
Man, there's some of this rock here I want to keep and tumble, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's all minerals literally from Vermont Creek. We've got quartz, hematite. We've got some rose quartz. I don't know if you got some of that in there, but there should be garnet and stuff, or blood garnets in there.
Oh, there is. I can see them already.
Yeah, the blood garnets. Some of those you can put a light underneath them, and they'll glow blood red.
Yeah. I need to come down to Vermont. Look like
They got big crystals and gems like that. Like those aren't even the biggest freaking garnets that I can find you, bud. I'm talking like quarter inches and bigger.
Yeah, you gotta send me some of those big ones if you can.
Yes, sir. That's an hour plus drive for me one way. So those trips come a little far and few between.
I'll
But
send you.
that stuff right there is only about a half hour for me.
Yeah, I'll send you some shipping. Don't worry about that.
Be mindful, there's a ton of black sand in there too.
Yeah, it's all on the bottom.
Yeah, dude, that's what we deal with up here.
And
Down here.
another
Sorry.
another way, Cass, to practice panning is find some lead shot and flatten it out just a little bit with a hammer and throw 5 pieces in just
Yeah.
you in some dirt that's that's
Yeah, that's a good
just
idea.
dirt, some gravel,
Mhm.
and
That's how I
pan
went.
and see, and when you're done, see if you have those 5, 6, 2, whatever pieces of lead still in your pan.
Yeah, I was proud of that wheat penny, by the way. That's the oldest coin I've ever found. So
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's definitely going in my collection, man.
they're getting harder to find, bud.
They are.
I mean, it's not the year you'd be looking for. That would be, I think it was 47. You guys right? You guys know the first year there that the wheat pennies were made?
I don't.
I
I
don't
think it
know.
was 47. But that first year, or was it 49? 47 or 49? And one of those numbers there, that's like the most expensive freaking. I think it was 49 because there was only a low numbers of wheat pennies made that year.
There's silver in this one, bro.
I'll have to check just so I don't give people
Hi, Bob.
false information. Oh no, I got pan cam up. Oh, maybe somebody out in the comments there will do a little investigation real quick.
Wow.
Well, if Gold Eagle's still in here, he'd know.
He's right there.
Oh,
Gold Eagle will probably know. I think it was 49 was the most expensive ones if you can find really clean ones. And I think it was only a certain mint too.
Yeah.
I can't remember the specifics on it, but I remember he's checking up on it real quick.
yep.
Thanks,
Joe's
dude.
our coin guy.
I know nothing
We know a
about
guy.
You know a guy.
What
You know
year?
a guys.
1909?
We got a geologist. We got a coin guy. We got a
I'm
bunch of
hearing
goofball
1909.
miners that might know something.
I'm hearing it was 1909. Which one were the most valuable? So all right. She's looking it up right now, seeing that it's 1909 was when they were supposedly started being minted. And
Hey, no problem, Cass.
wasn't
We're just
that the
trying to get
change-
you some ideas and help you
that
out,
was the
help you
change
along.
the Indian had.
Does Cass have a pen?
So it was 09 to 58. And which one? It had a 3-letter stamp on it, and that was what year? There's a 3-letter stamp on the most valuable wheat penny, and it's a 3-letter stamp on the mint. It was the guy who made it, like JDP or something like that.
All right, Dutchy, later.
You know, Dutchy.
BDE. I'll let you get the information correct and then tell me instead of having me question you 100 times. Thank
And
you.
where do you find the 3-letter?
There's a
It's
3-letter
off to
stamp on those. It'll be in the bottom center on the head side of the coin, if I remember correctly. I don't have my phone on me. It's got the pan cam up. No, there's one's worth more than $600, dude. The ones with that man's initials on
I don't know
it.
yet, Matt. I just started.
I've always been into coins myself, but I didn't know much about it. You know what I mean? Start metal detecting with the oldest boy here, and I was like, shoot, pretty cool. I do live in a pretty historically rich area where there was a lot of battles and war and stuff back in the day. We're right in the colonies of the United States where it started. So Vermont wasn't, but this was part of New Hampshire. I think it was New Hampshire before.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
VDB is the initials you will be looking for on the wheat pennies. That's the most expensive, valuable wheat pennies out there. VDB. Would
D as in Victor, D as in dog.
I know, I just said that. Jesus,
I thought
man.
you said BB.
VDB. No, miss dyslexia.
Where's
No.
it located?
VDB. That's the guy who made the image on that coin. I think that replaced the Indian heads.
And where is it located?
What's up, buddy?
Where is it located?
What do you mean, what was located?
Where?
is it
DDB.
VDB.
Where?
That's
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
man.
where's it located on the coin?
Oh, that's located on the head side, right? The face side. I'm shutting
Really?
my pan cam down. I can't rely on a woman to do that for me. Sorry, guys. I'm shutting it down. Shut it down. Manual override.
43
Shh. Nobody wants to hear you babbling in the background, way back there. Shh. Please.
There's a D under the 1956. I don't know
Yes,
if
that's the mint letter, right?
Oh,
No,
okay.
so
Yeah, it's a Denver Mint.
yeah, reverse bottom between the wheats. So it'd be on the back side, in between the wheats, on the bottom side of them. Your grandpa collected it for a reason, Cass. If he held on to it, he wasn't no dummy. He knew better. I wouldn't sell it either. I'd hang on to it. Yes, they were 1909 only. Yep.
Yeah, there's no.
1909. There was very
Nothing on
limited
this one.
number of them made. I don't know the number right offhand. How many VDB wheat pennies were minted in 1909?
27,995,1909. According to Wikipedia, the 1909 SVDB Lincoln cent is considered to be a key date for the Lincoln cent series due to its low mintage of only 484,000.
So, first year minted, there was only 484,000 of the VDB coins. But there was 27,995,000
What are you doing, Bob?
no mint marks. So the VDB was a low mint number, under 500,000 minted. How much are VDB wheat pennies worth?
Oh yeah, there's definitely some rocks in here. I'm tumbling. Got a little pile after them already.
You getting anything, Charlie?
Yeah, but you can't see it on the camera. It's like
Oh.
up in this corner right here.
Oh, okay.
Nice big chunk just sitting there.
Sweet.
Can't tell if it's a yellow rock or not because this water's already made my other water dirty.
No.
Hmm.
Must have been a yellow rock because I don't see it no more.
Yep.
Family Grove.
So if you have a VDB coin of 1909 and it has an S mint letter on it,
Yeah.
that coin could be worth somewhere between $650 to $1,000 or more, depending on condition.
Oh. San Francisco one, huh?
So you have to have a VDB 1909 and it has to have a letter S minted on it.
San Francisco.
Wait, no friggin' way.
Just Google it.
What?
Valuable penny. That's what comes up.
So
He sent me a $5,000 penny. Right?
no, in 1944, the United States minted steel wheat pennies.
Yeah.
They could be worth as much as $408,000 in mint condition and up to $10,000 in average condition. A steel wheat penny of 1944.
They did steel pennies and I think steel nickels too.
Yeah, I did not know about
Because of the war.
the steel. All right, good point. Yeah, they were making rounds and stuff. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Copper
at
was
the
the
time they were
premium.
using all the copper, nickel, and all that other stuff for ammunition and
Right.
And then they made the miners stop or turn in their gold too for the war effort.
So there's
I'm
another.
trying to get through this dirt as fast as possible because typically our
Oh, you're
lives
fine,
is
Charlie.
only an hour and a half long.
There's another wheat penny here. A 1958 wheat penny, double die obverse penny. This penny has an auction record of $336,000.
Wow.
That's pretty slick, man. But you wouldn't think that. You just got this little like penny in your hand and you might actually have something pretty cool in your hand.
Oh yeah.
It's just the ignorance will get anybody, bud. You're just not educated in something, you won't know. You'll just walk like me, any of us back in the day before we knew about gold. You just walk across the dirt. We never thought anything of it.
Right? Now I look at every creek and I'm like,
yeah. This almost, yeah, bud. You're rubberneck, like most guys are rubbernecking for deer and stuff, and I rubberneck more for like geological, like stuff on the rivers and stuff.
Yeah.
We pass over a bridge, and I tell my wife, I'm like, make sure you take a video of this bridge we're passing by.
Yeah, high flow situations. I want to know where the low pressure zones are when I go back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I need to study this video.
Yeah, I got a lot of those. I got some of those stashed away just to go back and look, and I'm like, that's what it was doing.
Yeah. That's why I always go out when the water is high, just to see what it looks like. Because then you can figure out your drop zones, your low pressure zones, the way that it looks around your inside bends, your outside bends.
DDO. What's that, T-Rep? David Villas, like, and they call it chump change. Nah, big facts. You Use your mind and use this thing while it's here. Double die obverse. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I've never heard of those things at all. Like, girlfriend just sent me the message with the screenshot of what she had found on them. I've never known about steel coins at all. Like, I'm extremely green when it comes to coin stuff, but I have no clue.
right.
I know
There
I know a
are-
little bit.
There are a few of the 1944s that were still minted in copper.
Yes,
You can
there
find
was.
those. If you can find one of those, those are worth like almost $500,000 because they were not supposed to be printed in copper.
Right. Yeah, they were probably even
There's only
lower
like
numbers
a total of
than steel.
100 or 200 of them made.
Right. Yeah. I think I have a 46 or a 47 on the shelf in the bedroom I found in my change.
Well, why didn't you send that one?
Because that's my best one.
Because that's my best one.
I already sent you 2 years of prospecting gold.
I'll give you that.
I forgot you got that in the pan right now, actually. Oh, you ain't got to be too gentle with it at that size.
No, I'm picking all the.
Oh, you're checking the rocks out. Well, shoot. Well, they hit me in the freaking crotch with that shipping. A pound and 6 ounces, bud.
Didn't you put it in a
1
flat
pound.
rate? It ships it.
That wouldn't have fit up in there.
Oh.
I didn't trust it being in that. You know what I mean? I could have got the $12 2-3 day flat rate bag, but then doing that, like, you're leaving a bag of gold dirt, pay dirt that's like got nothing hard to protect it. I sent him with a box, duct tape the crap out of it. Like, I couldn't find a box, and I was like, dude, I want to tape the box so nobody can't mess with it, you know?
And then he sent me.
I thought it was funny because the only box I could find was the old lady or her daughter's box from something, and it had like these little black hearts in the inside of it. It had that on.
Oh,
dude, that's great.
Put
I
me a
went
little love
and
note.
picked up duct tape and got pink duct tape and like strapped it up like a pink kilo.
all right, Mary. You have a good night.
Have a good night, Mary. Yeah, it's up on my shelf now. There, hey.
The post lady actually looked at me like I was a little bit crazy when I was shipping it, man. She's like, I don't think you can. It's probably not a good idea to tape it up like that when you bring it here.
Like, shut up and put it in the mail, you dumbass.
I legit told her what it was, and she knew that on that label it said aquarium gravel. You know what I mean? I explained. I said, listen, I'm not going to tell you that this isn't what it is. This is gold-bearing pay dirt that's been pre-washed and cooked and cleaned, and it's in a sealed bag. There's no dirt or soil from down here, any plant life or any animals or anything in it. I said, I just didn't want to mark on it gold of any fashion on there. It's a obvious canning thing. And I was trying to explain it. She says, and she sent it. I said, all right, thanks, man. You know what I mean?
You know what? When you sent my stuff a couple days ago, I said the exact same thing. It's aquarium pebbles.
Yep.
Yeah,
aquarium gravel.
That's it. Just make sure your stuff you're sending don't have legitimate soil and organics in it.
Yep, aquarium gravel.
You'll get stopped by customs. Like us trying to ship plants from down here up over the border, those roots have to be like wet washed, and like the slightest little bit of soil that's left on there is like as much as they're going to tolerate. That's it.
Yeah. No, that crevice dirt that I just did had a lot of dirt and roots and stuff in it. So
yeah, we're that. Never mind. Never mind. Don't incriminate yourself or anybody else. All good, buddy.
It was
All
fun.
good. Listen,
It was-
sometimes some dirt come through with the tater. It is what it is. But
Yeah,
it ain't
exactly.
like
Yep.
anybody's trying to hurt anything here. So
No.
we are on the same continent, so there is that.
That's right.
Because
No.
it does say on their customs when I looked up customs rules when I wrote put mine through to him,
Yeah.
it said that normally customs doesn't like seeing soils or anything like that or live vegetation or anything being sent through from another continent. Something that's not native to their area.
Yeah.
And I'm basically on the border of Canada anyway, bud.
Yeah, me too.
You know
I'm
what I
in
mean?
damn
You
near
know how many
Canada,
French
too.
Canadians we got down here, bro? Tons.
Oh, I bet, right?
But there was a lot more back in the day when I was younger, when I was up here when I was like 20. It was way more.
Oh, Rock Butcher's awake.
Is he? Is he still
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rock Butcher said it's definitely soils are bad for cross border.
Yeah.
That's what I was reading. I didn't want to step on it at all. I was just like, I worked 2 years of prospecting, learning, and that's what he's got in his pants now. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to just lose that, have him lose it. Like that's a lose all the way around, man.
Yeah.
Right.
He says Canucks.
There's blood, sweat, and tears put into that.
Canuckistan. Oh man. Ouch.
That's right.
Thick Canuckistan.
Canuckistan.
It pretty much is, actually. I'll agree with that.
Yeah, listen to zip ties and bias plies, huh?
David Villa's like, so you have to shower really good before going across the border.
I
Make sure you ain't got no soil on yourself before you cross the line.
don't know. Hell, Montana is just a 100-yard wide swath of trees cut down and some concrete markers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But your area is also a really highly known drug crossing point too. Your state on that line. Like they watch it, definitely watch it, but the chances of getting across are a lot easier.
No, Jesus.
It's just a swath, like you said. If you look at it online, it's a freaking
Yeah.
legitimate swath cut out down the border of the United States.
Yep, that's it.
We ain't got no problems from there to here. We ain't got no
That's
issues.
right, yeah.
There's so much backcountry I could walk across. And
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
I go up my buddy here. He's got a pen for hunting hounds up there on the border of Canada. And, dude, you could spit across the road. There's no customs, border patrol,
Yeah.
none of that. Down south, Mexico border, yeah, right.
Yeah, that's a whole different story there. Right?
Yeah, it is. It's like, so next to the border on the northern end, it's like calm as shit, dude. Super calm.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's quiet.
We like the
wood
Canucks.
out there. Yeah, down there, you get to the border down there, it ain't like that, bud.
Yeah, no.
Gangs, there's freaking illegals all over the place. It's just not good look, man, at all. Not for nobody.
What I think is funny is when they have the border checkpoints in the United States of America.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
bullshit.
a bunch
They
of
freaking
crap.
doing that.
What? Say that again?
They've
They
been
have-
having border stops close to
Border-
the border, but not at the border.
Yeah, they're inside the U.S. soil.
So you got to go through it again after you've already passed the border.
It's just like random pop-ups that they decide
Yeah.
to throw up whenever they want to do that. And it's like, all right, you're border patrol, but why the frig aren't you at the border?
Yeah, they're like 150 miles or so in the U.S.
Yeah. I've been up to Plattsburgh and had customs in Plattsburgh, New York, bud. Right? And that was when the Denimora prisoner escape thing happened. But there was, because those prisoners got out, they had border, and they had them like, they weren't up near Canada, but they were quite a bit back from Canada. Like we actually were like coming back from like 4-wheeling up in the mountains, and we were coming back with the flatbed, and we're not even anywhere. We knew Canada was north of us at least a good 50 miles. We're like, all right,
Yeah.
we're coming down, and all of a sudden you're like, border patrol, customs, and everything is everywhere. So you're like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, just give them the finger. You know, it's
No, they
it's
had
an
the whole
illegal
entire, they
stop.
had the whole highway locked down, bro, because of the prisoner escape.
Oh,
They
well,
had each lane on the highway. It's like 3-lane or 4-lane wide up there, and they had that whole section locked down with
you know, they
customs,
can.
state boys, all of it. Yeah, that we didn't know what the heck was going on. We was inside our own borders. Like, what the heck is this? Why is there
Yeah.
customs thing right here? Border patrol? We're not near Canada. We went
Yeah,
south.
right. Go 50 miles north and you can have some power, but you ain't got power standing out here 50 miles away from the border. Go
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, yeah. Well, regardless, everybody keeps paying for licenses, but yeah, there are roads.
Yeah.
Don't we pay taxes for our freaking roads to be fixed? That is our stuff, right? Well, why the hell are we taxed to wait? Last time I checked, when you get a permit, that's permission to do something, correct? Why are we getting permission to ride on our streets?
Yeah.
That you own.
That we as United States citizens own. Last time I checked, the Louisiana Purchase was paid for by the American citizens. What, am I correct?
As far as I know.
All the land that they were selling off, we own this country. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. But if we don't do our job, we get stepped on. Yeah, that was crazy, man. Having all of that.
Road pirates.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
This stuff likes to.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
Buy local, guys. Buy local. Support your
That's
local
right.
farmers and stuff. That ain't no tree hugger shit. That's for the people. You don't want to feed the beast, help your neighbor.
Like if you guys want to help someone out with your money, you can send a super chat. Hey, you got.
Super chat. Ding, ding, ding. Who's going to send it?
Oh,
Nobody.
You do, Bob.
Join the membership.
Bob, move.
Politics. They suck blood too.
Bob.
We start getting those numbers back up again. We'll start getting some really cool stuff for the channel. But until then, I'm only spending enough to get me places, create content, and that's about it at the moment. Anything else, it has to be fan funded. Coming up for the stuff in the channel.
I can't tell if that's gold or if it's just a yellow piece of rock.
Because the
Love
last
them
2
yellow
years, I've
rocks.
seen my butt spending money on stuff for the channel. So.
Yeah, it's yellow rock. It's moving way too easy.
F you, Yellow Rock. And we've all done it. Go, oh, God.
Oh yeah, you about lose your shit too. You're like,
Yep.
oh.
I was excited to do this for Mount Pay, but now like this black sand is something else. It's just like
I told you it'd be hard, brother.
That'd be a crummy pay dirt, just a bunch of yellow rocks.
But that's, oh God, don't say that, bro. That's fucked up. No, I tried warning everybody, man. You have some hard stuff like that. We get the black sand of all different grain size when we find our spots in the creeks up here. And I made sure I made it a nice, thick, heavy bag. Like it takes you a bit to pan it out because the gold is so flat that it's hard to get it to sink through black sand or even silt. I've found gold
Black
in
sand.
silt here. Like in high stratification silt, you can just stuff your hand in and it feels like it's not even like compressed at all. I've dug that and got gold out of that.
Wow. Yeah, this stuff doesn't want to move.
You got to do the little, like, when you tip back, you've got to do a side-to-side shimmy shake as you're pulling back. It helps break the black sand apart. Yeah.
Flattens it out a little more, gets it moving.
And then as the gold does move, you'll have to just clean your pan out and then re-tap it and start again.
Push it back
Shake
up.
a little bit to break it up as you're tipping back. That's what I learned on, bro. That's the kind of dirt I learned with.
Hey, Remy, where are you from?
Yeah, man.
All right, Rock Butcher. Drive safe. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Rock Butcher.
Where you live, Remy?
Vermont.
Vermont?
Yes, sir. Lots of hematite and magnetite up here. Garnet. We got blood garnet, so it looks black when it's in small pieces.
Yeah, see, the black sands that we deal with where I go prospecting is mostly like meteor sands.
Oh, no shit.
It's like where I'm digging is inside a crater of a meteor impact, about 4.5 million years old.
Lucky, man. That sounds super cool. Definitely a little different than what we got around here. We got a couple ancient volcanoes close to where I live. There's like one west or east of us. That one had got sheared off by the glacier that came down through. And then the other one up there just over the Canadian border there, New Hampshire and Massachusetts Point, just north of it, there's a volcano there in Canada. A lot of the gold that got dropped down in our area, that is placer gold, got dropped from that volcano and all of its vents that got plowed down to us. That's why
We're
you
kind
guys
of close to Yellowstone.
Huh?
I said we're kind of close to Yellowstone.
You're close to Yellowstone? That ain't
Well,
good, bud.
a ways away, but
That thing's been rising, bro.
I think I'm closer to Yellowstone.
406 is close enough to Yellowstone. If it went off, he would kiss his butt cheeks goodbye.
yeah, we're done.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm east of you guys, bud. We're screwed. The sulfuric dust that it's gonna throw in the air is gonna drop on us and everybody east and north of us. We're screwed.
I'm closer to Yellowstone than 406 is.
What?
Yeah,
How do you figure that?
because I'm only 3 hours away from Yellowstone.
Man, in that painter. No.
3 hours.
Yeah. Isn't Yellowstone in northern Montana?
No, Yellowstone, southern Montana, Wyoming.
Oh, by you.
That's what I'm saying. New York, Vermont, we're northeast of that. That's where the most weather comes. So if that thing freaking blows its top over there, it's all coming our way. Anything in the air, it's coming our way, bud.
Because we find like that volcano, that pumice stone, you know, that people have, that decorative lava rock.
Yeah.
We're finding that like 5-6 feet down at the claim.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that a type of basalt?
Yeah, well, it just looks like the stuff that people throw out for, landscaping. We find chunks, size of baseballs, size of softballs.
Oh, you just got like little lava rocks for like
yeah.
gardening. Okay.
Yeah, but it's 4 or 5 feet down, and it's this, and we're digging in we're pretty sure it's virgin ground. Because they went through there with and bucket dredged the whole valley. And then just below where we're digging, there's in the early 1900s, the Chinese came back through here and went through it, and they did a bunch of hand stacked walls, and we figure where we're digging now was a pond for holding water.
Oh, yeah.
Because where I'm digging, there's a tree that's probably I don't know, 3 foot across, and I'm digging.
Blue Stacy?
Oh, I thought I glitched out, but I guess it's Stacy, eh?
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. Charlie, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get through all this dirt tonight. We're already at an hour and 20 minutes.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
This might be a multiple live stream event.
Yeah. I think it's going to be the same thing with Remy's dirt. Because there's no way I'm getting through it all. This stuff is so heavy. How are you going for another? You going for 2 hours?
We might do that tonight just to see how far I get.
Okay.
But everything that I'm running and then emptying out the sluice, I am collecting in another bucket. And then once we get to run through all this dirt, we'll go through that material.
All right.
But this is the third full, like, blue XP can that I've put through the cleanup sluice already.
Oh, wow.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, honey.
David said volcanic burps.
Holy crap.
Gonna take you a minute, bro.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
But just like there's some good gold already showing just on the big stuff.
Oh, you're gonna like it. You should have did the whole pan. I wish you could have did the whole pan at once, bro.
I crashed.
Because if you do, oh my god, you're gonna. I was hoping you'd do the whole pan at once because you would have got yourself a nice pixie smile going in that thing, bro.
All right. Oh, I can throw this back into the other pan.
Yeah, if you can put all your smalls in there, bro, you'll get a nice little surprise in the bottom.
All right, Bob, go play.
I just wanted to make sure whoever won got a good amount. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Any gold's good gold, man. Right?
That's right.
I just didn't want people to be upset about how much was there. Honestly, I was like just trying to do the whole in one man video, what dirt came from there. But I was like, man, I got to add some more in there because I don't want people to be upset about it or anything. I mean, there was plenty there. It was half of that gold that he's got is what was going to go out initially. But I added maybe half, a little more than half of that in to make sure it was good.
That black sand is no joke, buddy.
What's going on, Joe?
I'd be telling you, you won't know until you actually get it in your pan. It's some serious stuff, man.
Not much, man. How's everybody doing up
I
there?
don't know if you can see that.
Yes, sir. We can see some.
Oh yeah.
Wait until he sees the whole thing in there when he tips it back.
Oh my
So what's
God.
going on with you, Joe?
Not much. Not much. Trying to keep warm.
And
We
keep
had
warm.
we had our first snow the other day.
Ah,
did you?
Yeah, a little couple of flakes. Nothing spectacular, but you've seen it coming down. Little frozen precipitation, you know.
that frozen evilness.
Yeah. And it's supposed to get warmer over the weekend. So tomorrow it's supposed to be warm.
What kind of temperatures you've been having?
We've been waking up in 28, 30, during the day, lower 40s, upper 30s.
Cats, come on now.
Our high was 31 today.
Well,
It was 16 degrees when I woke up at 4:30 this morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say 30 degrees, a heat wave, man. I wish it was 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Morning. You Green Mountains get brisk real quick.
oh yeah, I know.
We get the wind. There's like this weird like cut in the mountains to the west of us, and when the weather comes over it, the forecasters can never predict it correctly because the mountains just mess with everything as it comes over. But we get slammed with some snow here in the valley to the west of the Green Mountains, and it comes over and it could change. You'll see. I don't even watch the news guy anymore. I just look west and look at the mountainside and like
Yep.
determine what it looks like, because I'll listen to what they say and look at the Doppler from the beginning, what it's doing, but just kind of judge what it is now and then look over there and kind of make a judgment based on that.
Yeah.
We get
Sounds like
early
Charlie's
here.
peeing over there.
No, that's Travis.
Oh, that's Travis peeing?
Travis isn't peeing, but
He's over there throwing that dustpan around.
yeah. Travis has put everything into one pan.
Man. I'll have to
I can
meet
get
somebody else that has placer gold and they have a square pan and a round Garrett super sluice. If somebody that has those two pans wants to get on a live with me, I can have somebody else actually demonstrate what I'm talking about with their pan with the placer gold put down in the bottom riffle, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, why that square pan is better than the round ones.
Dude, Garrett Super Sluice right here. The trap pan right here.
Yep.
So we can team up if you want.
Definitely. We'll have to do a collab and then like hear them at the same time.
Yep.
Because there's the physics we can't ever really. All right, so if you take that square pan and you have all your material in the bottom and you're stratifying and you tip it forward and you've got it at the 45 and you go to do your wash off dips, right? Every time that you dip with that square pan, can you see that bottommost riffle that the gold is sitting in?
On which pan?
No, it's
trap?
covered by dirt all the time until you get down to the bottom. Once you see that riffle, you stop swiping material off and stratifying and you go to finishing. But with the square pan, you don't see that bottom riffle until you're down to it. Now, when you're going side to side with your pan in this motion, like this, your round pans, the gold will actually run like this in a smile, the famous pixie smile we all love. Now, when you're panning with a round pan and you're out on the river and you're panning and you're looking for small stuff when you're like scouting out and prospecting, you want to find the finds too, because you're trying to find out where it's all sitting, you know? When you're panning down and you start to see gold poking on the edges of that freaking bottom riffle, because when you're cleaning with a round pan, you're always going to see the bottom riffle. Always. It does a 360. In that bottom area that you've stratified your material in, there's no happy spot the gold will want to sit, because you're actually creating like a centrifugal movement with the gold going like this in that riffle, it'll spread itself out. It's not going to find the lowest point of that round riffle. It's going to, because everybody's natural motion when they're stratifying is side to side like this. So the gold goes back and forth and creates a line. And as you're panning, you're trying to get some more of that light standoff, but every time that you start seeing the gold poke out, you've got to stop, re-stratify, and at that time you have to slow yourself down significantly so you're not losing the gold out that back riffle that's always showing. The square pans, when you've got it stratified correctly and tip it to a 45, the whole top of that area is covered with dirt, and that bottom riffle is constantly safe until you get to it. When you finally get to that bottom riffle, you're not worried about losing it. Now it's time to start finish panning. So I want somebody else to actually visually have enough placer gold in there that's viewable for the camera. So then that way people can see what I'm talking about, because I'll make a drawing and stuff on my whiteboard for that live, and we'll do it that way.
Yeah,
But
I've got my monthly bag from Big Texas Prospecting I can use for that live too.
I can't hear you that well. You're a little echoey.
I said I've got my monthly bag from Big Texas that I could use for that one.
Okay, cool. I'll have to set up down in the shop to do that where the whiteboard's at. And I can actually fill up my tote down there and not worry about soaking the living room. You carry 3.
Yeah, that's never happened.
Actually, I've been pretty dang good about it. She lets me clean engine parts in the bathtub, bud.
Yeah.
If I dirty something, it just gets her a free wash on whatever it is, because I clean up when I'm done, especially if I made a mess.
How's everybody in chat doing?
I think they sleeping.
Matt looks like he's going to bed.
Here yet?
Matt's going to bed already? He just got here.
Matt, you can't go to bed.
What is it, like 9:30 or 10 there?
9:30.
East Coast.
Got 21 likes, 10 awesome people still in the live.
Cool. We got a lot of people in here.
Yeah.
Oh, I should be going to bed because I got to get my wife just reminded me we got to be on the road by 7:00 tomorrow morning, and I'm not used to that. I'm used to sleeping till 11.
Oh, geez.
Where are you guys going?
I have to take her down. She to the hospital down there. She gets her checkup for her leukemia.
Well, I hope it's a good appointment.
He's gonna hang for 15, but Mama wants to snuggle.
There's a piece of gold.
Some piece of work there, Matt. Some piece of work.
Yeah.
The gold doesn't want to sink on that black sand.
I'm telling you.
Take it.
Fuck.
You said, did you say kick it?
I said shake it.
Oh, no,
Johnny
kick the
Ball
damn
Pepper in the
shit.
house.
Maybe that'll work if you kick it, bud. I've tried tapping the hell out of it for a freaking 30 minutes
Johnny
straight.
Small
It ain't
Pepper,
no
hello.
Johnny.
Johnny Small Pepper, what's up?
I need a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, why do you think I use a sluice box, dude? That's exactly why I use a sluice box, dog. That's what I have to deal with when I bring home. So, like, I was like, dude, there's no freaking way I'm going to continue running lots of cons if that's what I had to deal with. Now, everywhere that we find good gold here, we have hematite and magnetite and blood garnet pieces. So we also get some graphite as well, some larger pieces of graphite, but I mean, not so much. But if you're finding that, if you pan and pay attention, there's probably, I think I put 2 pieces of the natural copper
Yeah, I already picked a couple out.
You already got them out of there. That's natural copper ore from the riverbed.
Yeah, see, there's that piece there.
Yeah, there's little wire
there.
pieces of it.
Yeah.
But up here we've got. That's why I said when PA and Wrench and myself and Heath Doty, we all went up to New Hampshire. It was such a difference because there was like barely any black sand, but there was like such an ass load of garnets that it was like, how the heck do you even keep your sluice or your freaking gold trap even running? Because it's so heavy.
Yeah.
The gold was so fine there that if you're panning that stuff that I'm working right now, the garnet is way bigger than the gold, and there's so much of it that the gold will wash out before the garnets will move. So you end up panning faster to pan, and you're losing stuff in the tailings that you're panning.
And that's why I got this other pan in here just in case, right?
Yeah, you're definitely going to want to go through that once or twice.
Yeah.
But that's why I literally will take 1 tablespoon and slowly feed it into a small sluice like what Charlie's using right now. And I'll use 2 V mats. I've got a 1/8 inch and something that's just a tad bit bigger than 1/8 inch, probably like 3/16.
I'm waiting for some mats to come. So
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to,
yeah, a poke.
I had to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Had me all gassed up. I've been waiting, dude.
What's that?
He had me all gassed up. I wasn't expecting no gold nugget trap thing or anything like that. He got me all freaking gassed up. Put a battery in my back. Got me going.
Well, we did find some gold tonight with your stuff there, so that's good.
I'm making it work.
The gold light did work for me. Hopefully, it's working for Charlie.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, I had to yell at Rock Butcher. He used to always light his lantern when we were panning her.
It's a great idea, man. I'm going to start lighting it every live I do. It's a great idea.
He wants to see the Pan Cam final. Brett. Milwaukee Matt does before he kicks out.
He wants to see who's Pan
Cam final.
Oh.
They came to see some gold, y'all.
Nugget Lake, Matt. It's one of the 7 buckets that you ran over the summer.
Charlie's feeding that thing like a madman.
Milwaukee Matt asked Charlie, where's this stuff coming from that you're running?
Nugget Lake.
Brad's only got 20 minutes left for work on Friday.
So I think what we should do for the live stream we're going to do is you should take like your big pan and pan down to where, so start your process, like have something catch your tailings, obviously, and then just have your round pan and pan like you normally would. Just get it down, do the whole entire bag in the pan and get it down till you start seeing gold pop out the corners, right?
Okay.
Stop there, take that dirt and water and put it in the Latrap square pan and then re-stratify and tip forward and see how far it takes you before you actually see gold again.
Okay.
Because the amount of dirt that you had in that round pan is going to be significantly more than if it's in the Latrap pan because it's covering the gold. Because you've got that one straight bottom riffle like a sluice box.
Right.
So I'm almost certain, Bud, that when we go to do this, I'll be able to prove my point there. I'll have somebody else who's fresh on the pan do it for me.
I'm thinking of what you're saying with that Latrap pan. What if your pan, say the Latrap pan, I'm trying to get right. Say it's that wide. If you made it narrower, Would that make a difference in that pan? In what you're saying, because you're narrowing the sides of the pan and you're keeping that
Well, I mean,
that bottom that
if you keep
bottom
that
row
bottom
covered?
capture riffle straight, the material keeps the gold in that bottom riffle safe longer. Because you're not going to see that riffle and the gold that's in it until you literally get right to it, because you've got a flat riffle in the square pan. When you've got the round pan, you've got this ring.
I know. I noticed. I've noticed in the different ways that I've panned that. Yeah, certain pay dirts, you'll see the smile. You'll see the
In the corners.
smile. The
Yeah, you see
corners
the little
of your smile.
Yep. They'll just start. So even when you're finished panning on a circle pan, it'll do that to you. So when you're finished panning with your circle pan, you'll see on the outer edges of the dirt up there, those cons, you'll see the gold start to pop out, and you'll have to stop or suck it up.
Oh yeah,
because you've got to stop and re-stratify to try and get it below. But when you get down to the little nitty gritty on that, it's really hard to get it super clean in a round pan. My square pan, dude, once I learned that thing, that it was on like Donkey Kong, bud, because I was able to be more confident and pan faster with that, knowing that my bottom riffle was always safe. If I stratified properly before I tipped up to the 45 and took any dips to clean material off, that gold's going to be in that bottom riffle. It's not going to poke out until I see the riffles, which is minimal dirt. You might have 2 tablespoons to a tablespoon of concentrate in the bottom when you start finish panning. And you don't have these like weird. So I know it's weird to me because I've used this one. I'm not saying that the round pan is weird. So to me, when I use the round pan, I notice that it has this characteristic. When the water comes up, it runs around, and then it smacks in the middle. The 2 edges of the water smack,
Right.
and then they create a high pressure tail in the center and come down. When you're finished panning with a square pan, you've got a very, very straight wave because you've got a straight wall like a trough. So the water stays going straight and evenly when you're touching forward with the wave and then tipping back to remove material. You get a very even removal. It becomes much quicker once you learn that.
There's advantages and disadvantages.
Oh yeah.
With a round pan, you could spread your material. Like if you're doing a finish pan, and you could spread your material out. You can spread that black sand out, and you can if your gold is big enough where it's going to be heavier than the black sand, then that black sand is gonna wash down easily. But in a square pan, you're limited to that one trough instead of having it spread out. So there's advantages and disadvantages.
It's pretty much the same size as a round pan. Do you have one yet?
What, a square pan?
With trap pans?
No.
No? All right. If you get one in your hands, they're almost the same exact size as a Garrett Super Sluice. So I think you're thinking they're a little bit narrower than what they actually are in the bed of it. It's very close to that. I mean, there is a little bit more room because it's round, but the difference really isn't that big of a difference to notice. This actually will clear material really, really quick. Once you learn that it has a straight square wave and that when you're trying to pan, you want to work in a forward and backwards motion instead of wanting to do these like circles, because some people will do the circles when they stratify in the water, and that's really not what you should do with that one, because there's angled walls. And if you have like, so just think of this.
You guys see how dark those ripples are?
Yeah.
Those are pretty good. Yeah.
Nice.
They're just loaded.
Nice.
You got some black sand there, Charlie.
Yep. And I would say I already have like half a cup of
That's
just
nice.
that in this bucket.
Mm-hmm. So Travis now understands what kind of material I've learned on, and me running a square pan, learning with material as hard as what we have here. This pan made it a little easier to only worry about a forward and backwards axis or left and right. You know, have you ever seen with a mop bucket that doesn't have the baffle in the middle of it? If they go forward real quick and stop and the water hits the edge, it wants to splash right up because of the immediate change in direction. It picks up velocity when it hits that 90 and slams up. Well, same thing with a square pan. If you're going to do the circle bit with it in the water, you'll have a lot of material hit the edge, kind of like the potatoes. If you put it in the water and you do your circle, that's something you do not want to do with this, because the square edges will create a turbulent spot that could throw gold up out of the pan. So like I said, you want to take your square pan and go like a steering wheel in the water with it when you're actually stratifying the material that you just freshly dug into the pan. You just want a little bit of like steering wheel shaking motion, and then that allows the gold to fall back down in, but you're not giving such of the more violent circles like this, and tends to throw more material out of those square pans.
I try not to do circles. What I do when I stratify is I'm shaking it so violently and creating such chaos in that pan where it makes a star and it comes up and it goes down like that.
Mhm.
It comes up and it goes down, and when it comes down, that gold is staying at the bottom. That's how
Right.
that's more or less how I do it.
I can see how that worked too, because if you've got a flimsy round bottom like a round pan, you have that like almost flexibleness. If you slow mo it and you're picking up and down, it creates like a trampoline type pickup on the center of the pan, and you can hop your material up. Yeah, I can see how that works. Yeah. But like there's certain, it's an art form, panning is. Everybody has their own
Oh, yeah.
fashion.
Oh,
Nothing's
yeah. And
really
that's
works.
a lot of it is just doing it and actually having the pan in your hand, and what you're comfortable with,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh,
what
the
I
water's
did
stopped.
learn though is that becoming more flexible with materials and different tools was really a good thing, because
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that,
I had to have a mentor for something that was out of the norm. So like when I met Joe, I was super intrigued with the Green Mountain Gold Trap, and I was just stunned watching it on the river. So eventually I ended up sitting there and finding out that I wasn't setting up mine right.
Oh, echo.
Yeah, hold on.
Echo.
You good?
Joe, you like that jersey right there? You like that?
I hit the unmute button on the computer.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Oops.
What was I saying? All right. So like I needed a mentor. Like he knew the product because he had built it and used it for a couple years. You know what I mean? Like once I learned how Joe was using it, I ended up developing the skills needed to run it efficiently. And that's why I tried offering everybody, like, I mean, if we can put together some kind of live stream.
Oh yeah, I'll watch it. No problem.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I'm always up for learning something new.
so like when you do pick it up, I'm gonna tell you it's a little bit addicting, bud, because the amount of time it takes me to take one pan and pan it down with this, once I learned how the physics were keeping my gold safer in this square pan versus my round, I was just like, I noticed a huge difference in the amount of gold I was able to find in the size of gold. So like the smaller gold stays there, and a lot of the times if you had the round pan, the smaller pieces are going to want to hang to the outside of that bottom lip. And that's usually what I was losing out on the creek. I was losing fine pieces, and I was getting extremely discouraged with my Garrett. And I was like, I got some gold. I'm digging from the same area that Joe's digging from. Well, why the heck don't I have the same kind of count as he does?
Me and Matt use the Green Mountain Gold Trap as well.
Rock on, buddy. I love that system, man. And that's not just because,
that's one of the things. That's one of the things. Like when I first started panning, and I more or less taught myself how to pan. And
a lot of us had to, yeah.
I kind of figured it out, and I stressed that in some of my videos that you have to know what's in your pan, how your pan works, and where you're putting the gold when you pan. So if you know where the gold is, and you know what's on top, what's on the bottom, and where, then you're not going to lose too much of it, because you're going to be watching for it. You're going to be you know instinctively where it is.
And plus, chat will yell at you too, Joe, huh?
Yeah, So, certain people in chat yell at you.
I don't get people yelling at me. I got the square pan. I got the oddball. They're like, "Oh, you're doing it wrong."
I have every single one of the gold claws.
What?
I have every single one of the gold claw pans, from the small little one to the one that holds
the
a
one
whole
that has the
5-gallon
little
bucket.
Yeah, they're like this big.
Well, I have the production pan too, the one that holds a whole 5-gallon bucket of material.
Jesus.
Wait, so that's not the one with the straight front
It
edge
looks,
on it.
it looks like an ice cream like a Sunday dish.
It looks like a Sunday bowl.
Yeah, it looks like a banana
it has
Sunday
like an angle
dish.
like this, and then a flat plane in the middle section. Yes, I did see those. Backside's fine riffles.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's one side with really steep ripples that you use for when you're working your material down, and then you turn it around to work the black sands down with like smaller riffles, and then you can turn it to the other side.
Yep, you turn it on the
turn
side,
that
and it's
back.
for the light stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I did see that. I think it was one of our Australian mates out there on YouTube.
I know Dan Hurd has a bunch of videos on the gold claw and stuff too out.
Who was it? Was it? Nah, I don't know. It might have been Vogus, or might have been Buckshot. I don't know.
I know Vogus likes to use the potato pan.
Yeah, the potato. Yeah. It's efficient, bud. I tried it, and I liked how efficient it was. It was just that carrying a pan that big with that much freaking material in it over to the water, it's just like, holy crap. It's like two of your regular pans. He has the big old XP. I got to try Joe's XP Batea pan, the blue one, and it has that weird little nipple in the bottom. And I didn't want to try. I wanted to try a genuine wooden or metal one that's literally a cone in the bottom. It doesn't have the little buttonhole in there.
Right.
But you like me having back issues. Like, I didn't like being like most people would. They would be about, waist deep and then lean over and do their work with it. I couldn't function properly bending over like that. Like, you're killing half of my day. So I'd have to be deeper in the water, so it was chest high almost, stomach high. So
see, that's how deep I dig in the creek. It is about waist to nipple deep.
Was that Pattaya pan originally designed for diamonds?
No, it was designed by the Maya. The Maya used to use that thousands of years ago, but it was kind of cool, actually. I did some research on that. Yeah, they used that to get gold, and they also used to put like a canvas in the bed of the river, and they would put flat rocks and stack them up. And then they would go up above that and create a chute, and they would start digging the material they wanted from the riverbed in and let the riverbed just wash it over the little riffles they made with the flat rocks.
Oh, yeah.
And after a while, they let the river do the thing, right? They'd come back and they'd collect the canvas mats and get rid of the flat rocks that were stopping the material, and they would take that and pan that material out. Well, that's how the Maya were doing it.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was like the most primitive sluice box you could ever think of. I think one of the natives to the Maya had shown Parker. Was it Parker Schnabel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kid went down south, and one of the Maya natives, or relatives of the Maya that was down there, had shown them how the Maya used to get their gold. And that's when they showed them the canvas and the rock trick in the bed of the river. But those were the same people that would go into creeks and rivers, and they would get that gold by using potato pans. Not potato, potato. I seen who said that, David. I seen you.
But I'm gonna say the goodbyes and stuff like that. We got like 5 minutes before we hit the 2-hour mark. I would like to say thanks to the last 10 people that are still in here joining us tonight. Really appreciate you
Yeah.
guys sticking all the way
Thanks,
through
guys.
for 2 hours.
Absolutely.
Come join us next week, Thursday. We'll be running more dirt. We got plenty of dirt to go. If there's not some pop-up live stream, Joe's not going live. I might go live tomorrow and run through some more dirt. It just depends on how I feel after I get back from work. And then Saturday morning, I'm gonna go help Matt move some stuff from the other place, and there's like 4 more buckets of dirt there, I think, that we have to go through. So there might be that as well.
Cool.
It's
Awesome.
been a fun night. We did get through, I think, 2.5 gallons of material. We still have another 4 gallons sitting in a bucket over there that'll be ready to go. So we got plenty of stuff to do. If not over the next few days, next week, I'll be running it. So
Oh yeah.
I'll just keep collecting all the cons, putting them into the one bucket, and then once we have all the material ran, we'll just go through and do a couple spoons at a time and pan it all back. See
Cool.
what we get.
Awesome.
Enjoy
Sounds
that
like
black
fun.
sand, Travis. Oh,
I
Travis,
will.
enjoy that
I will.
sand, brother.
Yeah. I'll save it for the next live or Charlie's next
Sir.
live.
Yeah, this one here, Charlie, you need to get some.
Oh, what is that? That is gross.
iPhone died. That's why I had to jump on the other phone, and then I had the computer going for the sluice.
Yeah,
So.
you're right.
Have a good night, Brad. Thanks for
Yeah,
stopping
later,
by.
Brad.
Matt,
Matt.
That's a gross jersey there, Joe. That's disgusting.
Milwaukee Matt, thanks for stopping. Dave Villa, same thing.
Thanks, Dave.
Gold Eagle, you have a good night, sir. Thank you, Stace. Good to see you again.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Thank you,
Travis,
gentlemen.
enjoy.
I will.
Right.
But
Thanks for having me.
on that note, I'm going to hit this outro, and we're going to go backstage. So, guys, stick around for a minute.
Okay.
Night,
Oh, yeah.
YouTube.
Later,
Night.
everybody.
Later.
Good night, YouTube.